Yo, YouTube, what is going on? AJ here, back at it again with another video. And in today's video, guys, we have something huge, really big that I want to talk about for the state of Wuthering Waves and how Wuthering Waves achieved something. And we'll talk about why it is much bigger in a second after you read the tweet, because I have the second tab over here that I want to discuss with you guys. But first and foremost, if you like the content on the channel, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for the support. We're trying to be one of the top gacha creators in space. Thank you guys for keeping the lights on this channel. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the video. So, about 4 hours ago, I didn't see this on PlayStation. I don't really follow PlayStation too much because, I get my news from videos and stuff like that, etc. YouTube from other creators, or when I see a hype game, we had the Game Awards and stuff like that. But PlayStation just tweeted out, Wuthering Waves wins Player's Choice for January 2025. Now, one of the reasons why we're going to talk about something small really quick, and then we're going to show you guys this next tab, why it's much bigger in a second. But the small thing is, congratulations to Wu on the Kuro dev team. They deserve it. This is actually a pretty big W, considering the fact that Wuthering Waves didn't right away launch on console. You know what I mean? Like, it really did not launch right away at all. We were on the PC side. There was a lot of bugs at the current moment when the game had first released, and to see how not only have they fixed those bugs, we went from 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and gotten amazing things over time. Great quality of life, a lot of pulls, a lot of fun stuff, great gameplay, and they're still innovating with their gameplay, right? With the recent changes coming out, it shows you that when this game launched for console, that not only is a bigger player base now playing this game, and now only has, the Kuro team seeing a lot more people just enjoying their game, spending on their game or whatever or whatnot. It basically was able to win the Player's Choice Award for 2025 for January, which is kind of crazy considering how many great games there are on PlayStation, you know what I mean? But another thing I want to talk about is when you look at this award, right, and you're seeing that the PlayStation side, PlayStation is no slouch, guys. Especially if you're a PC gamer predominantly, there are a lot of people who own a PS5, a PS4. I'm not sure if the game's out on PS4, but there's a lot of people who have been for years buying the PlayStation. In fact, I would say, if not, you have a choice between, PlayStation and the Switch right now for the premium console. There's a huge market for console gaming out there. Now, the thing that I want to talk about is this next part right here, which is you go to PlayStation Blog, right, guys? And as you guys can see, PlayStation Blog had this up, and this is essentially showing the people who have won the Player's Choice Award for PlayStation. And as you guys can see, you see Wuthering Waves right now, January 2025 was voted right now for this month. But what I want you guys to keep in mind is I want you to look at the rest of the game choices really quick. So look at this, right, guys? For, I believe, December right here, you had Marvel Rivals. Right here for November, you had Dragon Quest, right? So you understand the idea. You have Dragon Ball right there. You had Astrobot. You had Black Myth Wukong right there. You had Helldivers 2. You have Like a Dragon right there. You have Baldur's Gate 3. You're starting to see these game choices. But one of the things I want to show, do you guys see like a little bit of a pattern or no pattern? Did you guys see something with all these games? Like, what do these games have in common that it's not common with Wuthering Waves, right? All these games are bigger AAA full-fledged products that were voted as, yo, this was the best game of this month. No, this was the best game of this month. I mean, we can load more, probably, you guys can see going on. But as you guys can keep seeing, like, there is no other gacha game on this list right now. Maybe if I go down more, I don't know if Zenless was ever voted, but it doesn't look like it at all. So it's crazy to think that I don't see Zenless on here, at least from what it's showing. This is crazy, guys. Like, there's not been another gacha game that's been voted, at least that I can see as of right now, for PlayStation's Player Choice. Maybe Genshin back in the day, if they were doing it back in the day, but I'm not sure. And this just goes back to show how hard the Kuro Games team and the Wuthering Waves dev team is working to give us an amazing product going forward. One of the things that I'm excited about, and I hope the Wuthering Waves dev team does look at this as a big W and a big success, is the fact that you're pushing forward from one of the crappiest starts of any like game launch, right? And you've worked your way to get to this point, to the fact that we talked about even in 2.0, the CEO said, hey, he saw a massive like spike and he didn't expect, you know, this much interest in the game. Like, he wants to get as many people, and he said before, like they've all said before, like as long as they can stay afloat, they're going to try to make the best product ever that they can put out for a gacha game. But it's starting to really pay off, and it's starting to take really big notice, you know what I mean? And this was not, the blog is whatever, guys. You guys can see there's probably a few people who have review of blog, but the fact that it was tweeted, you know what I mean? The fact that PlayStation, you know, put this out on their Twitter, eyeballs are gonna see this. People are gonna see this and be like, oh man, I got off work, maybe there's a new game I want to play, I'm gonna try out Wuthering Waves. Or wow, Wuthering Waves is this, Wuthering Waves is really that good, I need a good game to play in January. And right now in January, we're kind of at these slower release points, guys, for bigger games. At least the biggest game that's come out right now at this current moment that a lot of people are playing is Marvel Rivals back in December. People are still playing the hell out of that game. That game is not going to go away anytime soon, but that is a multiplayer, you know what I mean, PvP game that you want to immerse yourself, play with friends, play competitively. Eventually you're going to have to take a little bit of a break, you know what I mean, during those periods, and then you can go, they see this for Wuthering Waves, they can go now check out Wuthering Waves. I just think it's a phenomenal time for Kuro and what they've accomplished, man. It really does show that hard work does pay off in the long haul. And especially one thing that it's proving right now, that in the gacha space that most gacha games really don't do, you cannot just cater towards one side of the community. There are certain gacha games that only cater towards CN or listen to CN and ignore the global side of things. Kuro and Wuthering Waves has been a company that hasn't ignored the global or the West or whatever you want to call it. They've listened to CN, they've listened to global, they've listened to everybody's opinions, guys, and they've really managed to, you know, take feedback, take criticism, look at themselves and be like, all right, we do need to address this, we're going to address this and then some, and they've completely done that. Overall, I'm just happy. It's a great state. This is a great state for Wuthering Waves. This is a great state for the community, and this game's not going to EOS anytime soon, guys. This game is just going to reach new and just higher heights, man, and I'm just excited to see its future. That's it for this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for the support. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.